Welcome to Collectors of the Coast. I am Cash, and today we are going to talk about Kaldheim again. There were some spoilers that came out today, and holy crap. A lot of great stuff coming out. Always a little funny about the first set of the year, but this one looks pretty awesome. So we are very excited to get into it. The first thing, which is the news of the day for sure, is that there is a new border. So a little bit similar to the storybook border that we had with Throne of Eldraine, which was a hit. And at least the first reaction, many people are saying they like it even more. So pretty fantastic. We had a couple cards unveiled with it. The first was Magna, Brazen, Outlaw. It is a red card. He is pretty cool. Is he dwarf? A lot of people talking about dwarves. What 7 dwarfs going to be like back from Throne of Eldraine? Is that now a playable card because of this guy? He is pretty awesome. Dwarves get +1/0. Whenever a dwarf is tapped, you get a treasure counter. And he is pretty freaking awesome. And he comes in the story border, which of course there'll be a number of cards that come in this kind of story border. I don't know exactly what they're calling the border. Didn't see that, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty fancy. Obviously you'll see the image on the screen. It's pretty neat. So the other one, and just that card that looks like a bomb mythic, is called what I got him here, Halvar God of the Battle. So Halvar is just awesome looking. He is a 2 and 2 white. Creatures you control that are enchanted or equipped have double strike. At the beginning of each combat on your turn, you may attach an aura equipment card attached to a creature you control to another one, basically. It also can come into play as a flip, so it also comes into play. You can come and play as an artifact, a legendary artifact. Creatures get you can give a creature +2/0 and vigilance. And when it dies, it returns to your hand. So you just have you can't even get rid of the damn card if it's a good card. So and you may even in a sacrifice deck want to sacrifice the darn thing, get it back in your hand, play it again, sacrifice it. So some pretty cool shenanigans you can do with this thing. These flip cards or however, whatever we're calling them these days, are gonna be a big thing. So obviously something they've planned on using regularly now. And we've kind of went away from that morph ability, and now it's going to come in play. You have an option of 2 things, crazy amount of power that's going to come with that. Going to over time, I think we're going to see some of those old cards that come in as one option kind of done away with, because why wouldn't you want to have 2 options? Why wouldn't you want to have the option to have a creature or equipment you can use on the battlefield? So pretty fantastic. Anyways, this one is pretty cool. So other things we got some confirmations on some planeswalkers. So 4 planeswalkers is confirmed. We got Kaya, who looks like the lead planeswalker in the set. It is on the boxes, it's on the fat packs. Kaya the Inexorable, pretty cool looking art. They revealed the full art for the card, which is kind of dark and beautiful. She is kind of just known as like the Ghostbuster, or who you gonna call Kaya? All right, so Kaya's looking pretty awesome. She comes into 3 for 3, a white and a black. You can put a ghost form counter on up to 1 target non-token creature. It gains when this creature dies or is put into exile, return it to its owner's hand and create a 1/1 spirit token creature with flying. You get exile target non-land permanent for -3 on her. She comes into play with 5 counters, and -7 you get an emblem with at the beginning of your upkeep. You may cast a legendary spell from your hand, from your graveyard, or from among the cards you own in exile without paying its mana cost. So really works well with legendary cards. So I guess we're going to see, I guess we already saw 1 legendary card, so we're going to start to see her really work well with those legendary decks. So pretty cool. We had confirmation on Tibalt. Tibalt we've seen before as well. Tibalt typically has been a pretty crappy planeswalker. Tibalt, the Blood Fiend, probably the worst or one of the very worst planeswalkers ever. Really hard to use, unusable. We had one, we were trying to use it. It's awful. Also, hey, you guys can leave comments. Maybe you found a way to use it. I thought it sucked. Tibalt, Rakish Instigator was his other previous form, and it was just okay. A few people use it in standard, but again, a very irrelevant kind of planeswalker. Definitely middle to below average kind of planeswalker. So Anyways, we had a little more information about Nico Eris. We haven't got the card itself yet. Nico says he was divine to become a great athlete. He was a javelineer that never missed. He wanted a different destiny, though, for himself. So he wanted to become a true hero. So he actually threw a competition and kind of went on a different path to becoming a true hero. So we're curious to see what that means. Certainly, they're trying to create some mythos around it. Yesterday, we talked a little bit about the sort of the how they've made the character. The sexuality and the and kind of the racelessness of the character, but sounds like a decent story all around the character. So we're totally open to it, and hopefully he's pretty cool. Verkel is the last one I want to talk about. Now, Verkel is the one that actually interests me the most. They put out a lot of elves in Commander Legends. They've put out, I mean, elves were already good; they're already playable. The fact that there's now a planeswalker support in Verkel, and they've actually there's been a sort of a break of a elf, black and green elf already from that's kind of out there. It's a little hazy. It's hard to tell exactly. Looks like elves are going to be really relevant, and black green in standard is going to be a real strategy. We don't have any of the information about what Verkel does, but if he's a decent at all, you can see a lot of those elves that have, maybe some that are, have kind of been just okay. I think you're going to see them skyrocket. I would even see my Priest of Titania. Maybe they'll go up a few dollars. So you might want to jump on those while you can. His character looks pretty cool. I like the idea. I like his character, how they've described him. Looks kind of very, kind of roguish, kind of looks like a rogue from the X-Men, that kind of personality to him. So with that, there was a leaked card, Lathral, Blade of the Elves. He is an elf noble. 2 in a black and a green. Menace, whenever he does combat damage to an opponent, create that many green elves. You can tap 10 elves. Each opponent loses 10 life and you gain 10 life. So you can see this is really going to play in. Lots of elves printed. This is certainly not all of them in Commander Legends. And I'm sure there's going to be more that we're going to find out about as we get more information on Kaldheim. Probably in, I don't know if the next couple of days or in January. But you might see Belbay, Nightshade, Harvester, Miara even, Numa, Nadir, Immaculate Magistrate card I really like. Gets a whole bunch of counters on your stuff all the time. Really nice. So I see that card as that might go up and be like a pretty relevant card. So you might want to grab some of that stuff now, before it goes up. It's probably flattened at its lowest price. It might be a good time to grab some elves if you think that's something you're going to do. You can probably get them for pretty cheap. I don't think anything's holding a ton of value right now. Even some of the best historic elves are a little bit lower, I've noticed, because there's been some reprints on them recently. So what was the next thing I had to talk about? All right, we talked about Halvar, we talked about Magna. Magna's really good. We got a rare Realm Walker, green, 2 and a green, and he is a changeling. When you enter the battlefield, choose a creature type. So, changeling. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast spells of the chosen type from the top of your library. So, again, really looks like tribal is going to be a real big thing in this set. Looks pretty. He's 2/3 for 3. Doesn't sound so bad to me. All right, Shadow Down of the Scaldus. So these it is a saga card, and some of the sagas have been kind of usable, but there hasn't been one that has been really, really good yet. To me, the white red has not been the greatest color set to play, so maybe this is going to help that along. So, exile the top 4 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. Whenever you cast the next 2 saga turns, whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. So pretty nice for 4. Pretty happy with those abilities. That's pretty sweet. So looking pretty good. I'm sure that card's going to get some play. Again, it is a rare, so be reasonably easy to get, but not too crazy. All right, Pyro of Heroes. We got an artifact. It costs 2 to put in play. Pay 2, sacrifice a creature. Search your library for a creature that shares a creature type with the sacrificed creature. It has converted mana cost equal to 1 plus that creature's converted mana cost. Put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Activate its ability anytime you can do a sorcery. So Pretty usable kind of artifact. I'm sure it's going to get play, especially in this really tribal heavy set. Looking like looking like at least to start, elves are going to be really big. I think we're going to see dwarves are going to be a thing. It's looking like what was the other one I saw? We'll go into it in a second. They've added the 3 other flip lands. We've got a Hengegate Pathway, which is a white and blue. We've got Blight Step Pathway, which is the black and red. We've got the black and green Dark Boar Pathway and Bark Channel Pathway. Actually, the one thing I wanted to add about Nico Harris is he is going down a path, so it actually works with the pathways. So they've actually managed to connect him with the pathways in his mythos, which was kind of neat, I thought. So, okay, a couple other cards that looked really interesting to me. There's a bunch here. There's actually a number that came out today. So I'm just going to go over the ones that I thought were interesting. We'll fly through them reasonably fast. There is another Angel. So Angel looks like a real thing in this set. Angels might become sort of playable as a tribe in this. Flying lifelink costs 6. But flying lifelink 4/5 at the beginning of each end step, if you gain 4 or more life this turn, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance. Pretty sweet. Other white cards, we got a vehicle control one, so maybe we'll start seeing some vehicles in this. Called Armed and Armored. We got Starheim Aspirant, a uncommon. Aura spells cost 2 less to cast, and he's a 2/2. So that's pretty sweet, actually. It's pretty nice in an Aura deck. So we might see some of those. We got War Chanter Skull, another uncommon. He has a Dwarf Cleric again. So whenever he becomes tapped, whenever a War Chanter Skull becomes tapped, if it's enchanted or equipped, create a 2/1 Dwarf Berserker creature token. So you can create some. And then lastly, a Youthful Angel. Costs 1 and a white, so you get a nice cheap angel that's a 1/3. He gets counters on him whenever an angel enters the battlefield. So going to be real strong in the white for angels. You got a gigantic giant wizard here, Surtland Elementalist, 8/8. You have to reveal a giant card from your hand to cast him, or you pay 2 more. When he attacks, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. So some good things going on with that. Always these big casting cost stuff, really hard to play. There are some good support cards there's a couple of blue support cards, Giant's Grasp and Absorbed Identity, that have been revealed as well. Cleaving Reaver. So this one looked really neat to me. There is an alternate art with it, I believe. Oh, not yet. So I thought there was a full art of it. Anyways, he is pretty nice. 2 and a black and a black. So there's a certain Rana on our channel that seems to love black. So he is probably going to be playing an Black Angel Berserker deck. So it is a 5/3 flying trample. Pay 3 life. Return them from your graveyard to your hand. This is pretty nice. Accessibility only if you had an angel or berserker enter the battlefield and you control this turn. So you can keep bringing him back over and over again. He's got that Phoenix effect. Really sweet. I'm sure he's going to be a hot rare in the set. We've got, again, more. There's an Elf Cleric that's in here. Elf Fang Ritualist. When he dies, return another target elf from your graveyard to your hand. So they're even going bring elves back. Pretty nice. And he's a 3/1, so you can be real aggressive with him. 3/1 for, he is 3, I guess, but 3/1 for 3. You got there's another Angel Berserker, Renegade Reaper, which is pretty nice. You got a Strider here, and what else I got in black here? Okay, Rampage of the Valkyries. When it enters the battlefield, it is a white and a black and 3. Create a 4/4 white angel token with flying and vigilance. Whenever angel you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature. So now we're able to make people sacrifice things to their angels. Wild. All right. We've got a Surtland Flinger, a giant berserker. This guy's going to be pretty good. I'm not going to talk too much about him. I'm just I'm going on for a while. So, but he does look pretty nice. What else? Bearded Axe in red. The Giant's Fury and what is that? Gilded Assault Cart Vehicle. So there's our vehicle. Okay. All right. Last but not least is green. We got a Canopy Tactician, which is an elf warrior. Other elves you control get +1/1. He is 3 and a green, and you can tap him to add 3 to your mana pool 3 green to your mana pool, and he's 3/3, and that is fantastic. He is the best, I think, of that kind of version of card where you get the 3 mana that has come out. So he is a beast of an elf, going to be sought after for sure. There is a instant. Create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token for each elf you control. So you double your elves. Oh my god, for 4 you get to double your elves. Easy to get 6 elves. Gives you 6 elves for 4. Pretty nice, especially in combination with that card that does 4 damage to everybody and or takes 10 life and you gain 10 life. Like that's like instantly that happens. You got 5 elves on the battlefield, so that's nuts. So and then we got a changeling as well. So again, you got another elf. When he enters the battlefield and you control, you get to draw a card. So pretty sweet. So pretty nice stuff going on today with this set. Looking pretty fantastic so far. People are right now already getting super excited, and the set is a month and a half away. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, check out our Patreon, and have a magical day. Thank you for watching Collectors of the Coast. Please subscribe and like below. If you like our content, please consider becoming a patron. Patrons help us grow the channel, and I'll get great deals and more. Check us out on Discord if you'd like to become a part of the community. The information to join the Discord is in the description below.